Okay, let's see. I've created a new mod. I've been testing it quite a bit. Now I'm just going to showcase it a little bit. What we have here is the Alchemist cupboard, and we have dye. Let's examine this dye. We got 255, 100, 100. It's to 455, so that's mostly red. 50 quality, 199 kilo. Uh, let's see. I'll create a new one. This is for showcasing, I guess would be the word. QL doesn't matter. We'll drop that on the ground. So you got yourself an Alchemist cupboard, brand new. First thing to point out is there's new actions. Any item activated will say check dye. If you have a container activated, it will say extract dye. It still says check because that's any item. Extract dye. If you have a dye activated, you will have add dye. And again, it has check dye because dye is still just any item. Anything at all activated will get check dye. Okay, so first thing to point out is small bug is it starts at negative 0.001. I'll fix that up. It's not a big issue. It's just the way the data works on items. Basically, there's only two items that have data as default, and so when they're created, they have data in the item database, which is a lot of data words. But if they don't, if they're not those two items, then when they're created, they don't have data in the database, and it has a value of -1 if it's not there. So it's saying that the volume is -1 divided by 1000 because that's how the weight system works. I'll change that to 0, so if it really is -1, I'll get it changed to 0. Okay, so anyway, moving on. We need to add some dye to this, so we shall go to our water supply down here. We'll just do a little one. We'll open that up, fill. Alright, so we got ourselves 9 kilo. I don't know, maybe some woad. No, woad goes with tannin. Maybe some cochineal, red. We'll make it pretty good. We'll have about 20 of them. I will point out this stage that I have a mod which I created and is on the forum, which is for combining things, which I released to help with dye, basically, was one of the things, and also logs and stuff, but server admin can do whatever they want. So I've got it set to combined cochineal, so I just made it 4 kilos. So instead of doing the cochineal one at a time over and over and over and over again, you literally just combine them, throw in your water and hit create. So it used, however much it used, I didn't look at it. So anyway, red dye, we have 240, 15, 15. That's very close to pure red. 85 QL. My skill was 77, so that's why the percentages were so high. So that's very close to pure red. You don't usually get that very often. Let's go back up to here. I'm pretty sure that was the last one I added. We can check dye. Nope, that wasn't him. It must be this one then. Yeah, there it is. So there's a negative 0.001, 0.001. Like I said, I'll fix that. Let's see, add. We got to activate the dye that we just created, and we will say add dye. Now it just deposited. It didn't have a printout yet, but I'll change a printout to work. Check dye. So we have added 8.469, 0.528 and 0.528 of the green and blue. Now how that works is that it, I'll get some more water, is it does a calculation. So I might just fill that one while I'm there. Alright, so when we made our colour, okay, I used almost 2 kilo. Alright, examine that. So we got 229, 26, 26 and 74. So to decide how much colour, it is evaluating the pure amount of each colour. So it is going with 255 as pure. So 229 is less than that, so it will reduce the 9 kilo by an amount. So it multiplies by 229, divides by 255, and you end up with like 8 point something. And then it also does a calculation by the QL. So it would multiply by 74.66 and then divide by 100 to put it as a percentage. And then it'll say that amount of red is deposited into there. Okay. What do we got? 8.469. We're still really low on the green and blue because the values for green and blue are really low. Okay, so we're going to deposit this one again. We'll add die, and then we'll do a check die. And so you can see the green and blue went up a little bit and red went up 16.5. So it was 8.4, so it's gone up about 8.2. It was a couple of kilo, I think it was like 9 kilo. I don't recall the values, but it has the calculations and decides how much it goes in. Now this is pure, so red at 255 you could extract 17 litres. If we're talking litres, they don't actually give a weight value in the thing, probably because America has their gallons and whatnot. So I'm going to say litres because I'm in Australia and that's what we do. So I could extract 16 weight of red at 255, and I can prove that just by doing this. I will go extract die. We'll put the value at 255. We'll leave the zeros there. We'll put the quality at 100 and we'll put 16 as the amount we want to extract, and we have 16, we have 100 QL. When I examine that, it is 255.00 pure, absolutely pure red. It does not get any more red than that. Let's drop this barrel on the ground. That one's already painted. About the small one. There we go. Alright, now if we click on this one and we paint that, paint wood, pure red. Okay, that is as red can get. And we can put that back in. Make sure it's activated, add die, and you can go back in. Just job done. We have any item active, we can go check die, and it says we've got 16.239 and we've got 1.445 and 1.445. So the amount of dye is being added in, it's been calculated, the amount of dye is being extracted. You have a command to show how much you have in there. At this stage there are no permissions, so anyone could walk up to this device and start using it. If I'm being thorough, I could add a check for if on deed, or purely if you have access to the device. I think because it is something you can open, it's already got permissions like that sort of stuff there. It may even be lockable, so I'll play with that at some stage. But anyway, so yeah, you can add it in, you can extract it, and you can check how much is in there, and that's how it works. The dye is dye, it works. Well, I dyed that one with a black. Okay, negative sides. So if you created black dye, the numbers are very low. So it would be like red, green, blue of 25, 25, 25, yeah? So when you add that into there, it's going to add very little to the actual numbers for the dye that's in there, because you're not adding much. The numbers are very low. So that would make it adding black dye basically pointless. But on the other side of things, extracting black dye also uses very, very little color from each of them. So if you have really crappy skill and you made yourself a bit of blue, and the blue came out with 50 red and 50 green and 200 blue or something like that, and you added that in, you could extract quite a lot of pure black, which is 000, because 000 is very little as far as percentages go. Yeah, you could extract a probably unlimited amount of black from your one creation. So that is a bit of a negative side of things. On the other side of things would be white. If you created white, it would make quite a lot of each color, because white is a very high number. So if you made pure white 255, 255, 255, and you had 10 kilo and you added it in, you could then extract 10 kilo of pure red, 10 kilo of pure green, and 10 kilo of pure blue, all in different containers, but you could do that quite, if you wanted to. Obviously you're talking 100 quality that you're putting in and stuff like that. I have changed it so that if you go to add it and your red, green and blue is more than, I think I made it 450. So we got 255, 100, 100. So if we go to add that, it'll say no. That die is too powerful for the device to process. RGB plus G plus B must be less than 450. So I must be less than 450. So if I go in as a GM, I can do this. Set data. Make that 249 because we got 200, 449. And then I went to add it. It would add fine. So it all disappeared. There's no message still, obviously. And it added in. So if we check that now, all that color's gone in there. So we got 210 red, 79 green, and 79 blue. So it's going to make using dye very easy. At the end of the day, do you want dye to be very hard? Do you want to have to make the same, like making blue over and over and over and over and over again until you get the blue that you like, and trying to mix colors and get it to the point that you like that blue, and you'll be like, yes, that is perfect, and you'll have like 10 kilo and it's not enough to paint a nar or something, and then you're like, oh my god, and you've got to do it all again and try and get that perfect color again. Or do you want to put it in a device, you add in the dyes that you want, and then you extract the exact color that you want, and I mean the exact color. So if you wanted 1, 2, 3, and you want like 59, and you want, I don't know, 83, and you want the quality to actually be 44, and how much have we got? We could extract quite a lot out of that. So this, I don't think I explained it yet. The container can carry 250. You can carry 262 more weight, which is your maximum weight minus your total weight. Should be roughly 262. I'm not going to add that up, but it'll be pretty close. Now your device has 210 kilos of red, 79 of green, 79 of blue. So if I put the value at 255 here and quality of 100, then I could extract 210 kilo from the red. I could also extract 79 from the green and 79 from the blue, and I can do it all at the same time, but only if I put 79. Yeah. Now if I reduce the values of the green to the right percentage, I could get it all into one color. But anyway, red 123, green 59, 83. Let's just type that in here. 123, 59, 83, quality 44, and volume of, I don't know, 50. And volume of 50. We'll extract that and we'll examine. So we have 123, 123, 59, 59, 83, 83, quality is 44, and 50 for the weight. So 50 for the weight. So it is exactly as I asked. We can check how much is still in there, and there's still 199, 74, 72. Now obviously I did 44 quality, which reduces the amount of pure 100% dye that I took because it wasn't 100% dye. Yeah. Have I got any other barrels I can? Let's drop this one on the ground. There we go. That one's not painted. So the colours were red, 1, 2, 3, 59 green, 83 blue. So it's let's just see what it looks like. I'll paint this wood. It's kind of a brown, bit of a reddish brown. Have we got another barrel? Let's try dropping that one. Yeah, that one's not painted. Now, if we change this item manage restrictions for the quality, we'll crank that up to 100. Now, this will be the difference between the quality. There we go. I'll move that out of the way. So the quality also affects the color, yeah? It was the exact same RGB. This was 44 quality, this was 100 quality. So that's how it affects the colors. So that's why quality is also important. So that's pretty much how it works. You can just keep adding it in. Like I said, or if I didn't say, there's no restrictions on who can remove or add at this stage. I might play around with permissions and stuff like that on the actual device. If you can open it, then you can use the actions on it. If you can't open it, then you can't. But you know, I'll play around with it and see how I go. But that's adding dye, checking how much is in there, extracting it, and prove that the dye actually is real dye. It is working at painting stuff the way it should. Yeah, and that's pretty much it. So that's where we're at. Still got more things to go, obviously, but yeah, that's where we're going. Alright, thanks for watching.